Hello and welcome to our IKS Live Thursday. We are here fighting the Battle of the Atlantic, and I am here with Kermit, who is the commander of the defensive convoy and a destroyer. So yeah, it's just after 2 in the morning. It's dark and pretty quiet on the bridge. You are 8 squares. What was that? 4 miles. 4 miles from the convoy to the south, heading east. What are your orders?
Well, assuming I can't see anything, um, we're going to hold our course and speed because surely nothing bad is happening.
Yep, there's probably not going to be any U-boats tonight. Are you maintaining speed with the convoy?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Thank you. All right, Captain Jack Daniels. It's a dark night, a little after 2 a.m. in the morning. You're probably asleep and letting a young lieutenant helm the bridge, but so far no activity. You're a good 8 miles to the south of the convoy, which is due north, or the front end of it's due north of you. No activity on the waters tonight so far.
Okay.
What are your
Um,
orders?
I would like to continue my course, but fire out star shells away from the convoy, um, to try and avoid illuminating our position. Um, and try and look out over the ocean and look for any signs of U-boats.
Okay, thank you.
Sounds good.
Are you maintaining speed with the convoy?
Yes.
Okay, got it. Capitan Marshal.
Greetings, comrade, or whatever they would have
What
said.
I don't know what they would have said. All right, so you are the captain of your U-boat, which is moving to intercept a convoy. You're at the southern end or the far left of your formation, at periscope depth, I believe, scanning westward in search of the convoy. So far, no sightings, but it is rather dark.
Okay, let's see here. So you just said I'm heading west.
Yes.
Well, actually, my periscope there at 330? Is that me kind of 45 degrees off the bow?
Yeah.
Okay, looking through the scope 45 degrees off the bow. Okay. Um, let's, I at periscope depth?
You are.
Okay, what's my speed?
That's what I want to ask you. What speed do you want to be moving at?
Slow to 2 knots, and let's do a hydrophone sweep to see if we can pick up any contacts.
All right, 2 knots.
We're submerged, right?
Yeah. Yep. Submerged.
Okay, perfect. All right, yeah, let's just listen for hydrophone contacts.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Hi, quick question. One
Hmm.
of the players on a Kazan tried to use the hydrophone to detect any nearby U-boats.
Okay.
What do I tell him?
So we'll make that roll this
I
turn,
see.
so he'll get his update next turn.
Okay. And Lance tried to get another screenshot with a wider angle. Should I give it to him without showing any of the U-boats?
No, we'll do that as part of this turn.
All right. Okay.
Um, I can do roll. We need McPanzer in here. So they're advancing 3 squares. 1, 2, 3. And I believe it depends what speed the subs are going at. Panzer spending a lot of time with U-303.
uh, 10 miles.
Hey, James.
Yes. Hello?
I just seen how it's going.
We're good, or we're about to get orders.
Okay.
He says I can see him out at 5 miles. Is that all right?
Well, you can hear the propeller noise. This is about
Yeah.
the screenshot that we had in other dude's channel, James. Is that approximately right, or should these ships be moved?
Okay,
Hear the
well,
propellers, if
They
nothing
should have
else.
been moved. You shouldn't have shared anything with them yet. That's okay.
but I can. I'm facing due west. Yes.
Yes, that's right.
Okay. Well, they look like they're. Yeah, they're kind of leaving my torpedo firing arc, so I'm going to have to turn toward them. I'm submerged, right? Periscope level.
Or indeed a periscope depth.
Yeah, okay. Because I can see the bow of the of the sub. I just didn't know for sure. Okay, so yeah, we need to turn toward the enemy here, and we're submerged, so we're going what, 2 squares?
Yes, you can go slower if you want to. If you keep your speed at 2 knots, you won't make a feather on the periscope.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
All right.
Well, we'll at 2 knots or whatever, we'll turn as far as we can toward the convoy. And I need to type in the code for the sighting here.
Okay, thanks a bunch. Type that out. I'm gonna go get your buddy, and we'll move on.
Yeah. Let's see now.
We had a bit of a slow start. I had a bit of a slow start.
Hold on, let me turn up my oh, what am I supposed to turn on for this? Oh yes, sound. Okay. Hello?
Hello, how are you?
Hey, yes, hello. How
So,
you doing?
you are in a wolf pack of 4 boats in a line abreast, approaching where you've heard large amounts of propeller noise from an allied convoy, between 10 and 20 merchant vessels, and an undetermined number of escorts. You are facing directly west and are on the rightmost of the line of your wolf pack. What would you like to do?
The image that I got, is that from my periscope? Do I see this?
Yeah, that's your periscope.
It's from your periscope, yeah.
How fast am I moving right now?
You're not.
You're not moving. Okay, good. That's good. Okay, and
You're not moving.
I am not moving. That's good. I'd like to and so do I see boats on my periscope to my this I'm facing west right now, so this would be my south, to my south, right?
You don't see anything
You
right
know that your buddies are there, but you can't see them. They're at periscope depth like you.
Oh no, because I thought on the periscope in my image that I saw some boats over there in the distance, but if there's nothing there, I mean.
So when you say boat, I think submarine. Everything else is a ship. You don't see any other submarines. You see the ships.
Any ship is what I mean.
You don't see any ships.
No.
Okay, good. Okay. So the systems I do have the hydrophone in the. Okay. I would like to. to move. Okay. Okay. Let's try this. I would like to move to go down a depth level. Wait, what depth am I at right now? Am I at periscope depth?
Periscope depth. Yep.
Your periscope up.
Okay, so yes. So I would like to move at 8 knots, so 2 squares forward towards the west, and keep the periscope up. And I would like to run the hydrophone. I think that's the one I'm looking for sound detection. Do we still have the direction at which we heard the sounds of the ship of about 10 to 20 ships?
West, southwest.
West, southwest.
Ahead of you and to your left.
Ahead of me to the left. Okay.
All right, but I've got
Yeah,
your orders.
so-
If you go ahead.
So yeah, keep the hydrophone running. Don't run the sonar. 2 squares or 8 knots, if you will, and 2 forward to the west. Yep, that's all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm sorry about the screenshots, James. I misunderstood when you said. It makes perfect sense what you said, but I saw the example and copied.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah, because they technically aren't in vision range yet, or wouldn't have been. But it's okay.
That is my bad.
We can go
My
with it.
very big bad.
Okay, so now we got to make some rolls. So we're doing hydrophone detection. Well, they're going to see each other, so we don't need to detect. Oh, we need to see if they see that subs. Sorry. Okay, so I need a D6. So if it's 1 to 4, he'll spot him. Okay, he's spotted. So this sub, the periscope, has been spotted.
Okay.
And then the that sub will definitely see that destroyer. The Lancer's destroyer. Did Silent Auto move at all?
He did. He moved just a little bit towards. Oh no. Arp did not move.
Okay, he's
Arp
staying.
is explicitly being sneaky.
Okay, he's sneaky. Did he change depth or anything, or?
Nope.
Okay, he's just
He
where he is.
considered putting down the periscope.
Okay, so that sub and this, we can draw all we want here because nobody can see it. So they can see each other for sure. This one to here is too far, so they won't see anything. But would that one detect them by hydrophone? That's 6. So let me get a D12 because it's within how many squares? 6 squares. Oh no, it's not close enough. It's got to be 4 squares. So they wouldn't hear anything. And would that sub see them? Or would they see the sub? So in the dark, it's 3 squares, so they wouldn't see. Technically, he wouldn't see that convoy yet anyway, but since you already showed him.
I feel kind of bad about that one.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if we can did he put in like torpedo orders already?
No one has fired torpedoes yet
Well,
at all.
Let's just ask him to forget.
yeah, do you mind just telling him that he wasn't supposed to see it yet? Maybe he heard it but didn't see it.
Totally fine.
Okay.
Totally fine.
But yeah, I mean, he knows where they are generally, but we could say he heard them and knows the direction to go, but he wouldn't have spotted them yet. All right, so they've been spotted. That's been spotted. Would Silent Auto? He would.
So they're gonna move forward like 3.
I already did
Right.
move them.
Okay.
Oh, you moved every ship?
Yeah, well, I moved the whole convoy forward by 3 by moving the subs forward 3. So I didn't change the convoy, but
Ah, I see. Okay.
it's all relative. So they're to see in the dark. Sorry, I gotta keep referring to my rules because it's different. A sub can spot a surface ship 10 squares in calm waters, half if dark, and if it's dark, 4.
He's 4.7.
Yeah, we'll say you can barely see him. So spotted. And then over here, they're all too far away, so nothing happening here at the bottom. Okay, so let's do, so for screenshots, this Lancer's Destroyer, Desar.
Yeah.
The easiest way, so the subs over here, I'd take them out of the screenshots.
Yeah, no worries.
I'll do this. But tell him that he sees the periscope spotted, 3 to a mile and a half to his southeast. If you want, I
Okay.
can do the screenshot if it's helpful. But
No, it's okay. Can I put a marker around where he supposedly saw the sub, or should I just?
No,
Okay.
it's fine to do it that way. No, I think I got off.
42 next.
So it's 42.
And Kazan doesn't see anything new, right?
Correct.
Okay.
And then I gotta do marshals. So Marshall will be 4-2.
When you take marshals and you move the boat, let me know so I can.
What?
Screw up.
I did marshals. For him, I just wrote no sightings because I'd just do the periscope picture again or something. So you passed on. Okay.
Just gonna move back a little.
All right, you ready to go?
Yes, sir.
Let's do it. Alright.
Yes.
This game's harder than normal Kriegsspiel. Alright. You continue heading across the ocean. Oh, I forgot something. Okay. And do not see anything or hear anything.
Gotcha. Interesting. Hmm. We are going to continue at her speed.
Okay. Sounds good. Thank you.
I'm not the one. I need to tell someone else to do stuff.
Okay. All right, Captain Daniels, you fire your star shells, which are going into the sky now. You should be able to see more soon. But so far, no sightings of anything.
Okay. I would like to continue my course. But keep my eye up.
Got it.
Yeah, not much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Capitan Marshall,
Yes,
you
go ahead.
continue westward at 2 knots, scanning the horizon with your periscope, and you see star shells firing into the sky. They're about to illuminate over you, coming from the southwest. It's kind of hard to see with the roiling waves, but maybe 4 miles away to the southwest is where it came from.
All right. And do I have a hydrophone contact?
No hydrophone contacts. Nope.
Really? But I would see star shells.
Yep.
Okay, orders are to proceed periscope down.
Okay.
Stay at periscope depth. Proceed west at 4 knots. And let's continue to listen on the hydrophone for high-speed screws, please.
Got it.
Listening for destroyers.
Okay.
Thank you.
Aim the rightmost torpedo at the ship, and then the other 3 torpedoes spaced out to the left of that, and see if I hit something. So hence the ships will be coming on behind, and see if I get lucky.
Okay. Thank you.
Cool. And then reload torpedoes from that point on.
It's going to take 2 turns per torpedo.
Yeah, but they're going to be on me because they're moving at quite a clip, aren't they? So they're going to be, and I can't fire at them outside of 1.
All good. Thank you.
Cool. Yeah.
Having fun yet?
Yes.
Did I hear
They're
you
coming
just
on
fired
a
your
lot-
torpedoes already?
I did.
Oh my gosh.
So I mean, I can't. They're coming on quicker, and they're literally straight onto me. So I'm taking a semi-blind pot shot, see if I get lucky.
All right.
Basically, I mean, it seems unlikely, but you never know. They could run into torpedoes and whatever. But I think they're going to be past me and over me before I have a chance to fire if I don't do that, unfortunately, because they're coming so fast. I won't have a chance.
Yeah, could be.
So we shall see.
We shall see. Good luck.
Cheers.
Might
You
be.
would call them hulls or whatever on the horizon here.
But you can still hear propeller noise coming from directly ahead of you, moving right to left.
Oh, okay. That's what that represents when I can kind of see where the ship's water line is. Okay. Alrighty. Well, let's see. Oh, and I can't see my bow anymore.
You cannot see your bow anymore.
Is that because the periscope is turned, or?
No, it's just because it made it look like you were on the surface in your screenshot, and I didn't like it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I had a suggestion though that whether we're submerged or what, that instead of the bow, show me a little compass so I know which way the ship is pointing,
I
just
will
for
bring
future
it up
reference.
with the authorities.
And well, let me see now. So they're still at distance, but I can't be certain beyond the sounds. And he told me I was going to miss if I couldn't see them. So I can't shoot blind. So,
No ad caps.
that's it. Huh?
I said no. Correct. Go ahead.
Okay, well, I think I'm headed the right direction now. What does my course read since I'm turning?
Your magnetic heading is 140.
Okay, let me see. Magnetic head.
Or 230.
What? 230?
He's moving. He's moving.
This is reversed though, right? So south by southwest.
Yeah, he's moving southwest. Oh, it is flipped. You're moving southwest.
Yeah, you gotta think of it backwards.
Okay. I should be moving southwest.
Yep.
All right.
You're
So,
moving south.
yeah, we will proceed at 2 knots and see if I can get close enough to see something.
Thank you very much.
And I tell you what, downscope.
Downscope. Okay.
Oh, he's still gotta do one more.
Too much information in the first screenshot, but we decided that's just what you knew from your acoustic equipment the first turn. So it looks like you went into the world blind, but that's not what. Oops. Where'd it go?
Well, that's fine. I guess I see not much right now.
You see. Where's the table, James?
Well, he can see a destroyer.
You can see a destroyer on the right side. Well, that didn't clip right in the screenshot. Let me get you a better screenshot.
So it's a mile and a half northwest of you, heading east
Oh no!
at 3
Oh
knots.
no,
Or no,
miles. Miles are not my forte. I'm sorry.
You want knots? That's a speed. Let's see. A mile and a half would be 2 kilometers and a bit.
It's like 1.6.
And they are to my north or to my west?
They are to your northwest.
To my north, my northwest. Oh, sheesh. That changes the code that I wanted to send. Okay. Did my hydrophone get anything?
You can hear propeller noise to your south, but nothing more specific than that.
And it heard the destroyer that you can see now.
That I can see now?
The one to the northwest.
That you've detected now. You've detected one at that distance, at that range.
To the northwest. Okay. 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 So, code that I want to send is
I don't care about the code. I need your orders, and then you can do the code after the fact.
my order right now is turn the ship to the northwest. We're going at one square speed is how much? It's like 2 knots, 2 to 4 knots. We're gonna go to 2 to 4 knots on silent running. We're gonna maintain periscope depth and try to keep the heading on the destroyer. And I will write down a code for it to be sent somewhere.
That's me.
All right. So let's work top down. So what's Lancer's speed?
Lancer wanted to go over to the sub and drop depth charges on it.
Okay, so he's going. But did he change speeds at all?
No.
Okay, so he
No.
spotted the sub. He's going to turn, and then turn. So he's about right here now. Okay. So no, not time for depth charges yet. Let's see. What's Anakazan doing? Is he just going?
Anakazan basically still wanted to use the same speed as before, but he wanted to use sonar to scan the left of his ship,
Left?
basically over to Lancer's position.
Okay. He's going 3. He's going 3. Already moved him, and then Otto. Did you move Otto at all? Or he was already that direction.
Yeah, he moved at 2 knots and turned towards the convoy. He's going to fire a full spread of 4. I don't think that the independent targeting is going to go great. I don't think he should get a penalty for
Okay.
on a target.
So let's do the torpedoes first. Okay, torpedoes.
Go find the chart if you want to roll.
Okay, D12. So he fired 4 of them. I guess. Oh, those are subs. Those aren't D12s.
The way he described it is he wanted to put the right end of the spread on this guy. That's kind of hard to do. But
Yeah, that
he's
is.
firing.
Is he targeting more than one ship?
So he can only see one ship, but he wants to do something like
Okay.
that.
Well, okay. So we'll roll 2 for that front ship, and then maybe
Sure.
2 for the other
Maybe
ones.
these two at a penalty.
Yeah.
Like it's hard to do, but he's got a really good firing solution.
So 6 and 7 are critical hit dice, okay, and then we'll subtract 2 from these for the penalty. So 6 goes to 4. It's a miss. Okay, so those 2 are misses. Those 2 are hits on the lead ship, and they're critical hits.
I have the chart
are
open if you want it.
torpedo damage is the red one. So we got 2 of those.
2 torpedoes.
Critical hit sunk. Oh, it's sunk. All
Okay,
right,
there you go.
so now we add our pretty fire. Where'd our fire go? There it is. So on the lead convoy here.
War crimes bug.
There you go, 2 hits. And he'll be, because he's at periscope depth, right? So we'll plop him in here. He'll be pretty visible there. Okay. So these 2 up here are basically on top of each other. He's still at periscope depth, so they'll both see each other pretty well. These 2.
Okay, so should I replicate the sub over to the
Yeah, you can.
ocean?
Yeah, put it over there and so he'll know
Right.
where they're at. All right, now Anakazan, he can. Oh, we need to roll to see if he sees that periscope. Oh, he's got downscope, so he's not even looking. Okay, so then we'll do. You said Anakazan was looking left with sonar.
Yes.
Okay, so he'll get nothing then. And he's downscope, so he can't see anything. So don't forget that, McPanzer. No
Right.
sight, because he's downscope. But I guess we need to roll. Oh, let's just call it. I don't have time to roll all this. So let him know he can hear. He'd be passive hydrophone, right? So let him know that he can hear a ship in that direction, but he won't know distance or anything. He'll know it's a destroyer, but not distance. Okay.
I see.
And that's for the sub. And then these 2. All right, Marshall went periscope down, so he's not going to see anything. But would they detect each other? Let me roll for. Was he doing? He did do star detection D6. So wait, he can't see anything. Oh, it's hearing. Hold on, sorry. So D12. This is to hear the sub. Nothing. And for Marshall to hear. Oh yeah, he hears it. So, oh wait, that's not Marshall. Is that Marshall? What is Marshall? So Marshall can hear the destroyer, but the destroyer can't hear him. And then
Did you say Marshall went down scope?
Yeah, he did.
My bad. I sent him a dispatch that I will delete.
Okay. Yeah, I wrote it down on their sub mark thing. So Marshall's down scope, and you 3 or 3's down scope. All right, and then Jack Daniels shot the star shell, but he's not going to hear or see anything. Okay. All right, go ahead and do screenshots. So the time is 48. So for me, I'm doing a screenshot where they can see the convoy and the fire in the distance.
Somebody moved my book. Where did we put two north? Sorry, U303.
Where is
Yeah.
it?
Yeah, on the pretty map.
Oh, on the pretty map. It's not on there. But he's not gonna get a screenshot at all because he went down
Right.
Periscope. So you don't have to show him
So,
a darn thing.
so Anna-Kazan only detects the Lancer destroyer, doesn't detect the Schultz submarine.
Anna Kazan doesn't detect anything by sound or sight.
All right.
So you can just give him well, you can show him the cargo ship blowing up, but other than that. Then, let's see, Marshall went down scope. Oh, thanks for giving the time. Okay, let's go. This is going slower than I thought, but that's alright. It's a bit
Yeah, it's my
complicated.
fault.
No, no, it's not your fault. It's also you've got some players that are taking some time.
Thank you.
That's alright.
I go.
Alright, good luck.
Right.
Alright, Commander Piers. You hear an explosion to the north in the distance and feel a shockwave a moment later. You can see flames arising from the lead ship in the convoy and hear radio chatter from the convoy captain about spotting a sub. There's a sub in your screenshot, but it's really the periscope, but he relays the convoy captains relay to you the sub sighting, which is just to their southeast.
All right, we're going to head towards that submarine and prepare depth charges at we're going to say periscope depth.
Okay, what speed are you going?
We're going to go. What is the approximate distance? I would assume if we're 8 away.
You can approximate. It's 3 miles north by northeast at by the compass, like 30 degrees.
Gotcha. And then how many squares is that?
It would be squares. Would be 6 squares.
Okay. Trying to find the square to speed conversion here. Yeah, we're gonna go in at 15. No, we're gonna go in at 16 knots.
16 knots. So 4 squares. Heading straight towards the sub that you see.
We're gonna head slightly in front of it. So basically, in line. If you can see where my screenshot is, in line with the burning ship. And then, of course, if the submarine keeps moving west, we're going to
Got it.
head further west. We're gonna aim for in front of it, basically.
All right, thank you.
Kind of hard to do that play by play, but
Yeah, I'll take care of it once you get there. All right, Captain Daniels. You fire your star shells are illuminating the waters in front of you, but reveal nothing. You're not picking up anything on your hydrophone either. You do hear and see an explosion back towards the convoy, with flames rising above one of the lead ships, and you hear Mayday on the radio with the captain yelling that he's going down. And that the other cargo ships have spotted a sub to their southeast, a mile away, more or less.
Okay, so what is my current heading?
So you are still heading due east at 6 knots. Or no, sorry, at 3 squares. Yeah, 6 knots.
Okay, I would like to turn about to like 345 degrees northwest if there's that compass rose,
Okay.
to try and kind of cut across the head of the convoy, but still continue moving. Wait, no, not like 45 degrees northeast.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I misread that.
You're fine.
So I'm
What speed do you want to go?
Move up to like 20 knots
I think your max is.
if I can.
What's your max?
But keep alert on the hydrophones and radar.
Your max speed is 36 knots.
Okay.
Or 8 squares. But you're
Yeah,
going
so
20? So 5
Yep.
squares? Okay. I just got lost. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Thank you. What on earth did I just do?
This.
Hello.
Hello.
All right. Let's see. What? So you lower periscope. So you're going by sound now. You do pick up the sound of a destroyer directly northwest of you, but with the passive hydrophone, you don't know the distance exactly, just that it's northwest.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
How intense is the sound? Is it intense? Is it kind of medium? Kind of quiet?
pretty intense.
Okay. All right. Okay, then I guess you want my orders,
I
huh?
would like that.
Okay, let's dive down two levels.
Okay, so
Run it 2 knots and alter course to the northwest. So I'm actually going to sail towards it at 2 knots, as deep as I can get in one turn.
so you'll go down to 150 feet.
Yep. Thank you.
All right.
Moving directly towards you and is very, very close.
Okay. Just gotta stay calm and hope that stuff goes well. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna. No, I don't have the fire torpedoes. We're gonna go underwater. Can we go further underwater at a depth level?
Yes, you can change your depth.
Okay, go
can't-
deeper.
You can't
Yeah,
fire if you dive.
I can't fire if I dive. Oh fuck! So it's fire or dive. I'm gonna go for dive.
Great.
We're gonna go for dive. We're gonna go at two speed underwater because that's what it does, and we're gonna try to head more to the north.
Okay.
Did you
Thank
say you're
very much.
firing?
No, he's
No,
diving.
no
Oh,
fire,
just
no
diving.
firing. We're diving. We're diving.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah.
Exciting. All right,
Oh, that was quick.
let's do movements first. So Schultz is going north at 2 knots. And what's Lancer doing?
He was trying to predict Schultz's movement by turning a bit to the right and then ramming him over here.
You want to ram him?
He'll try to first of all fire star shells, try to predict his movement and ram him, and if none of that work, then try to drop some drop shells on his position if he was under him.
All right, what do you guys think?
So basically,
Would he get? So Schultz is dropping. Would he ram him in time? Do you think? I don't know if he would.
I don't think he would because he's not surface. He's at periscope depth.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll do depth charges. What depth did he have the charges set for?
2 at periscope levels and 2 at directly below periscope levels.
Okay. All right, that's
He
good.
went down 2, and I know he's going down 2.
Yeah, so it'll be in the middle of going down 2. So we'll just say 2 of the 4 could
Sure.
hit. So let
Sure.
me roll for that. Get some depth charge action already. Exciting.
Very excited.
Alright, so if it's in the same level, depth level, roll a D. Is this my depth charge? No, that's torpedoes.
Also,
Boost.
quick question. Lancer wanted to tilt a bit and move over here to predict his movement.
That's fine.
Well,
So for where they were, so he basically passed over them, and then we can say
Okay.
he turned like that, but he turned north. So they crossed each other, but they passed right on top of each other. So here's the 2 depth charges. So we got a dive plane damage and a concussion. Ooh, those are exciting. So dive plane, let's see. So it's jammed. Oh, and he's going. Oh no, that's all right. We already know. So he is stuck going down in depth unless he stops moving. So let him know that, McPanzer. And then the concussion, his crew is stunned for the next turn. So his crew can't even do anything as they got jostled super bad inside the ship. So the dive plane's jammed. They're stuck going down, which means they're going to go to crushing depth unless they fix it in time, which they're not going to be able to. And they can't even do anything for a turn, so he's about to die. But don't tell him that yet.
So the crew is stunned and the dive plane is jammed.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, that's bad.
Okay.
Yeah, that's dead.
They're going to be dead. That's all right. Anakazan, what's he doing?
Anakazan, he wanted to maintain. Sorry. Yeah. He wanted to fire some star shells over here. Where is he? Wait. He wanted to fire it over here at my red mouse.
Okay. And where's he moving?
He's continuing moving at the same speed as the convoy.
Okay, so the convoy is going to move 3. This one's going to have to juke around. So that'll throw them off.
Otto is at periscope depth with his scope down. He's trying to move parallel with the convoy, but I don't think he could turn as sharply as he wanted to in a single turn.
Yeah. No, you can only turn, 45 per movement.
Okay, he's moving at speed 2, and I turned him 90. I
Oh.
did kind of wing it, though.
Okay, so if he's moving speed 2, he'll turn. Where was he before?
I'll put him where he was.
Like here?
No, he was like here, facing that way.
Okay, so
I turned him-
he was over here.
I moved him 2 to the right and turned him 90 degrees.
Is he going to go away to the east or the west?
This way,
Okay, so
to the east.
and he's moving 2, so it's kind of in front of him now.
Okay.
All right, now Kermit, I moved him. Marshall, I moved him. Daniels, I moved. So I think that's everyone.
Sorry, quick question. Anakazan before he wanted to also activate his front arc sonar. Would he have detected
No, because the range
U3?
he wouldn't have, because the range on that. Well, first of all, it's the front, so he's behind him now. But the range on it wouldn't have picked up anything anyway. So he's not getting anything on the sonar.
Everybody for like 10 miles is going to hear sonar pinging, though.
Oh, they'll hear that it's pinging, but he won't find anything.
Right.
with it.
No, he won't see squat, but I mean, every submarine on the map is going to hear
Yeah, so you can.
sonar pinging.
He's got sonar pinging. Yeah, that's true. They'll know where he is. Okay, and then U303, is his periscope still down?
So he was specific that he wanted to raise it at the end of this turn.
Well, that's cheating. Okay, we'll
No,
say.
then no, his periscope is up.
Okay, it's up. Let's just to make it interesting. Let's say Anakazan spots him.
Okay.
Otherwise, it's gonna be bad. So they see each other.
Just gonna
And
say he got pinged.
I think Marshall's still. He's periscope down, so he's not seeing anything. But they're going north. Okay, I think we're good. So we gotta. Let me delete that and redo it. Was auto periscope down? Ooh, I like your depth charge things. Yeah, we want to do that.
Yes. Auto is periscope down.
Okay.
That's ARP, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see that. Okay, so they won't see him. Okay. Screenshots. Let's see. 254.
Should I tell Lancer that? Probably I shouldn't tell him that he killed someone.
So describe.
He's not dead yet.
Yeah, he's not
Yeah,
dead.
he will.
So he'll see the charges, but he won't. Yeah, he won't know if he got the kill yet or not.
Yeah.
Wait, is this a sub over here? What's this? No, oh, that's a sub. Delete. Do we need to move Anna Kazan over more? Yeah, because he's further this way. Should have just recopied the whole thing. Okay. It doesn't have to be an exact science.
Should I copy the U303 submarine over to?
No, because
To
he's. Oh, yeah, I guess you can. Because you got to show where he is for the periscope location.
I mean, I could just show a red marker and tell him
Yeah,
he's
if you
over
can
at
do
that
that, that
direction.
would be better.
Okay, we'll do so.
Just like put a mark where they see him. Alright, I'm going. Oh, wait, I didn't do Marshall.
Go ahead. I'm
Marshall
always
took-
last, so I'm gonna get started.
Okay. Alright. You have turned north, heading north by northeast. The cargo ship captains relay that the submarine, they don't see it anymore. The periscope's gone down. You can see some splashes of water in the. Well, I don't know. You probably actually wouldn't actually see that, but in your screenshot, you can see splashes of water of depth charges. Yep. You're not picking up anything on the hydrophone.
Gotcha. I'm going at 16 knots, correct?
Yes.
Can I like bring her up to 30 knots and then go back down to 15?
Yes.
Okay, let's do that.
Okay.
Basically, go up to 30 knots for, shall we say, 4 minutes, and then go down to 15.
All right. Let's see. Heading in the same direction still?
Yep, heading north.
Oh, due north?
Yep.
Okay, got it. heading north by northeast at about 20 knots. You don't pick up anything on your hydrophone or spot anything besides your own
Okay.
ships.
I would like to continue the speed, but adjust my course, hard to starboard. So I'm moving back into line with the convoy, but now I'm closer to the front, kind of in the the upper right quadrant.
Okay. Still at 20 knots or full speed?
20 knots. Continue this current.
Okay. So by the end of it, you want to be heading east.
Yeah, I want to be heading back east, but almost leading the convoy.
Oh, more in front of them.
Yes.
Okay. Got it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The more.
Hello.
Go ahead.
Sorry to interrupt. All right. So with the periscope down, you can't see anything. You are heading northwest. You can hear an active sonar ping very far to the north. Perhaps maybe 10 miles away. On your passive hydrophone, you can hear the sounds of a destroyer due east. Sorry, no,
Okay.
that's old. To your southeast, and another one due north.
And again, the one that's due north. Okay, so you told me that I hear active sonar about 10 miles north.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then I hear due east and due
Yeah, you hear ships.
where?
You hear the sound of ships to your southeast and to your north. Both of them are getting quieter.
Southeast, I hear ships.
Mm-hmm.
Is it cargo vessels or higher pitch
a
screws
destroyer.
like a? Okay, so southeast is a destroyer, and then there's a third destroyer in the mix, right?
Your crew has spotted 2 so far, they think.
Okay, so one at 10 miles, one to the southeast, and it's distant, correct?
Yep.
Okay. All right, let's go back to periscope depth and make my course west at 4 knots. Let's get that periscope up.
All right.
Thank you.
West at 4 knots. Got it.
Thank you.
Right. Has McPanzer visited you yet?
Mm-hmm.
He has. Have you gotten the bad news then?
Mm-hmm.
All right. How's it going, Desire?
Fine. Do you want me to tell you about Lancer and Anakazan?
Yeah, we can do that now.
Right. Yeah. Okay, let me just get them ready. Lancer would continue moving upwards with the convoy.
Wait, which way was he facing before? He was like this, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so he wants to turn around.
Yes.
What speed's he going?
The normal speed as he was earlier.
So 3 squares.
Sorry?
So 3 squares. Right.
Yes.
Okay, so that'll be 1, 2, 3. Okay.
As for Anakazan, he wants to intercept the destroyer and go between it and the convoys. So he'll probably go 1, 2, and 3.
Okay. And he's not
Something
picking
like
up
that.
speed though.
Oh, right. He would be picking up speed. So how much would he go?
What did he say? Because he can
He
go.
wanted to go between the U-boat and the ships. So probably over here, over to this square.
Okay, so he's trying to get in front of him. So he can go 8 squares. So that was what, 3?
Yes.
So 4. Yeah. So he can get there, but they haven't
Okay,
moved yet. So
and he wants to fire surface guns at it.
okay. Well, let's see. McPanzer's moving him now, so we'll see what happens. Let's see. Hmm. Taking a while.
So, and okay, so we dive then, and try and get underneath where I think the convoy ships are. I'm assuming I'm moving, by the way.
You are indeed moving.
Fantastic. So head towards the line of the convoy ship to get underneath them, and dive.
Thank you, sir.
So I guess we're going to drop to at least to a medium depth. Can you only drop 1 level per turn?
2 per turn.
Drop 2.
2. Let's drop 2 then, and then go. Yeah, try and get underneath the convoy ships where I think they are. To my, I guess it's to my, because I'm going that direction, would be to my port, wouldn't it? I think.
Okay.
Yeah, the poor lieutenant on the hydrophone is crying about his left ear.
Yeah.
All right, thank you, sir.
Cool.
At the end of this turn, one of your bow tubes will be loaded.
Fantastic.
Okay, so I have extremely complicated firing orders that I'm going to simplify for U-303.
Okay.
He wanted to fire both stern tubes at the destroyer as he turned,
Oh,
and
is he
then fire.
is he facing
Sorry?
away from it?
He was facing like here, So in his screenshot, the destroyers are all 3 spaces back.
Okay.
So he wanted to turn to the left and fire one each at the back 4 freighters.
Okay.
The back 2 at the destroyer, which I tried to tell him
You can't
would
do
be
both.
a very difficult shot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. And he's at periscope depth, I assume.
He is. Let me go ask him if he'd rather prioritize the.
Destroyer.
Do you want to go ask him? Because I think he's pissed at me.
I'll ask him. Do you want to fire at the escorts or the destroyer behind you? Because you can't do both. What's your priority?
Well, I mean, I've got the convoy in front and the escorts behind.
Sorry, I mean, yeah. Do you want to shoot the convoy or the destroyer?
Well, I can't fire from fore and aft at the same time.
No. I mean, you can, but with where they are, you will completely miss one or the other.
Okay. Well, I mean, yeah, I don't know. Let's fire at the escort first, then, and
Thank
I'll
you.
continue a slow approach on the convoy.
All right, he's doing the escort, so. So he'll need to be more like that. But okay. So he's doing that. Auto moved there. I already moved them. I did Marshall. He's sinking. Am I missing a sub? Oh, that's the sub I'm missing. Okay.
Yeah. So, real quick for Schultz, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
If the dive plane is stuck and he stops the engines, he can kind of stay there if he blows ballast.
Correct.
It's just he'd have to surface next turn.
Well, so he
I
can
give
sit
him-
at the depth. As long as he's not moving forward, he won't go
Right.
further down. So he can stay at that depth even, but he
I told him
can't.
he could do that as long as he didn't move, and that if he wanted to move, he'd have to blow ballast and surface the boat.
Yep.
Okay.
That's it. So he's not dead. He's just mostly dead. Okay, so let's do the rolls for the torpedoes. Torpedo. Where's the torpedoes? Alright, so it is moving in the direction. So where's torpedoes? We got 2. So we're going to subtract 2 from the result. We got a 10 and a 5. So the 5's a miss. The 10 turns to an 8. So that's a critical hit with this torpedo damage critical hit. Oh, use table. Oh, sorry, D12. So many tables. Alright, D12.
I love it.
6. Ammunition hit. Turret out. Exploded. Failed to. Exploded. Failed to plug magazine. Oh, interesting. Alright, so.
Check for do they flood the magazine?
Well, is that an order that they'd have to give? I think we let them give that order.
So
So.
the captain wouldn't give it.
Oh.
The lieutenant or warrant officer in charge of the gun would do it reactively, but you'd have to know you were going to get shot.
Well, let's give them. We'll give them a turn on fire, and then we'll give them 50-50 odds for an explosion and sinking.
Great.
So 1 torpedo hit, and it hit the ammunition, and they lost the turret. Now they did want to do surface firing, right? Which can they do if they're just periscoped?
No.
Okay. Well then.
No.
Okay. So they can't do much. They got shot. So I think everyone else is moving. So who can see whom? So Marshall went up to periscope. So they're a little bit far.
See, I know it's far, but he could probably see a tiny, tiny narrow cone of anything between him and the fire.
Yeah. Well, so I'm gonna be more lenient than I was to start with. So I'm going to say he sees this and all that. I'm just going to give him that view. Now the question is, does he see him on his periscope? So we'll give him, if it's a 5 or 6, no. Oh, no, dang it. You know what? He does see him. Because I want stuff to happen. So he sees the periscope. Daniels does. So I'm going to do S for sighting. Okay, so Marshall will see all that. And then ARP is down below, so no one sees him. Oh, but would they catch him on the height? He's like hidden in the convoy. They wouldn't even hear him, would they?
I don't think so.
No. So he's moving up, but here's nothing. They're, of course, seeing each other shoot at each other, so that's pretty obvious. And then he's moving that way. And are their engines still running, Schultz's?
No, he stopped moving.
Okay, so I guess for Lancer, tell him that he can't hear anything anymore.
Okay.
So is that everyone? Have we cleared it all?
I think so.
So let me do.
Did Anakazan shoot his surface guns?
No, because he's only at periscope depth.
Yeah, I see.
I guess you could tell him that like the shots fall around the U-boat.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can describe it for him, but okay. Alright, so
I'd make sure you tell him that he got hit with a lucky shot.
Yeah.
If I was a frigate captain in that scenario, I'd be pissed because that is a difficult shot.
Okay.
So that sub is hidden. That sub is. Sorry, I'm taking the subs out now. Oh, it's.
Probably have my hand in all your screenshots. Like, hands are in my screenshot.
I gotta say, you got some beautiful hands.
Thanks, man. You too. Damn it, red hand. Right, just let me know when you're out of there.
Okay.
Only 3 umpires and still a problem.
It's just because I'm in the game, James. It doesn't matter how many.
It's true. Alright. Going to go do next update. Okay, Captain Daniels.
Yes.
So you're heading northeast at about 20 knots. And you spot. It's not hidden. Well, in the screenshot you can see the sub, but that's you've spotted a periscope feather due west of you, about 2.5 miles.
Okay.
And it's heading away from you due west. You also see far to the northwest, on the other side of the convoy, there's an explosion, or at least a fire. Yeah.
Okay, so am I in front of the convoy?
You are
Right.
heading to the front of the convoy. The convoy, you're about in line with the front of it, not quite, but the convoy is 4 miles north of you.
Okay. So I would like to continue to try and maneuver in front of the convoy, but I would like to keep my eyes on that periscope feather. And
Well,
so it's not.
if they keep going west and you keep going northeast, they're going to get out of sight really quick.
Oh, wait. So they're not. Are they heading towards the convoy?
Nope. At the moment, they're heading west, and the
Okay.
convoy's going east.
Okay. Then I would like to try and head and get in front of the convoy and leave them alone.
What speed?
Um, let's go up to 30.
Okay.
I'll go up to. Yeah.
1, 2.
And I think that's it.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Captain Piers. You have pretty much reached the convoy. um, you don't detect any submarines by the hydrophone, but all sounds are really drowned out by all the cargo ships right next to you. You do hear an explosion north of you. It looks like Anna-Kazan's been struck. I'm sure he'll tell you over the radio all about it. And that's it. No periscope sightings or anything. I guess you do see. Well, you would see. Sorry, you could see a sub in your image, actually where that red hand is. And you'll see it. You see a periscope feather up there, so that's about due north of you at 2 miles, maybe slightly northeast at about 10 or 20 degrees.
Okay, gotcha. Remind me how many squares that is?
2 miles is 4 squares.
Perfect. We're going to head towards that ship at a nice 15 knots. That should give enough time for the merchants to get past before I can get past them. And then we're going to make a run at that periscope feather.
Okay, got it.
Did he get hit with a torpedo or like the submarine?
The torpedo or the submarine torpedoed him as he was chasing it.
Interesting.
Yep.
That's a small fire. That's not too impressive.
All right, Capitan Marshal, you can see much with your periscope up now. So you're still heading due west at about 2 knots, actually even slower, maybe 1 knot. With your periscope
Ooh.
up,
Okay.
you can see a destroyer due east of you heading northeast, perhaps about maybe 3 miles east of you. You can also see another destroyer away from you to the north, about 4 miles away, heading towards the convoy. You can see the convoy in the far distance, illuminated by the flames of a fire. That's about it.
Okay. How far away is the convoy?
The convoy is about 5 miles away from you, due north, and they're heading east at about 6 knots.
5 miles. Heading east.
So your torpedo range is. Oh, I gotta remind myself. I think it's 20. It moves 10 squares per turn, and lasts 2 turns. So you're within torpedo range of them.
Okay, let's head west. I'm sorry, not west. Let's head northeast and fire 2 torpedoes ahead of the convoy. Oh God, I don't know what my angle on the bow should be, just because I don't know.
Yeah,
my
you just kind of
actu-
gotta give me your. I'll do the math. You just tell me what ship you're going after.
Well, let's put 2 to the. I mean, I don't want to. I'd rather hit a ship in the middle of the convoy than one at the front. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'll have to aim towards the front because I need to lead the target.
I got it.
And it's just going to be 2 torpedoes, and it's going to hit where it hits, and the torpedoes will be spread by a couple degrees.
Yep. Understood.
Okay, perfect. And then I want to move northeast at periscope depth at 7 knots.
7 knots. Okay.
If that's even doable with my batteries.
It is doable.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
One in front of him.
Yeah, the one on the far side of that near one is probably going to hit the near one.
Okay, I agree.
So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll just save a torpedo and just fire 3 of them. But they're over half a mile, right?
Yes.
Okay, so the torpedoes will arm. So yeah, we're close enough. Let's just send 1 torpedo at each of those 3 targeting amidships. And I'll save the extra one just in case. Because after that we dive and well, let's see. Yeah, we're going to dive and head for the bottom. Silent running.
But that's next turn, right? That's
Yeah.
after you shot. This turn you're going to shoot.
Well, after we fire, yeah, we got to dive and go to silent running.
Okay, thank you, sir.
And we're going to keep turning to port.
Perfect. Got it.
Lots of exciting things. All right, let's work top to bottom. So, what's Schultz doing? He's just sitting there.
He's sitting there. He's making no noise. He's making quiet hand signals to everybody on the boat. Shut up.
All right. What's Lancer doing?
Lancer wants to full speed to the head of the convoy and then match it.
Okay, full
Match
speed.
his
So
speed.
that's 8 squares. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. What is Anakazan doing?
He wants to ram the U-303, and if it doesn't work, drop 4 depth charges on it.
Okay.
I'm a ram turn.
So let's roll for ramming first, because he's at periscope depth. I don't think I made rules for ramming. What are the odds of hitting on a ram? What do you think?
Periscope depth relatively low because periscope depth is still like 10 meters. It's
Yeah.
just that periscope is
That's
obscene.
easier if it's surfaced.
So, right, so he has to hit the conning tower. So, not easy at all.
Okay, let's do 1 out of 6 then to
Sure.
ram it. Nope, didn't happen. And then what depth did he say for depth charges?
The first 2 on periscope depth, and the second 2 is depth number 2, which is right below periscope depth.
Okay, hold on.
And he stayed at periscope.
I'm sorry?
Yeah, he's
Oh, I was saying that he stayed at periscope, so 2 of those are correct.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Periscope depth. So he tried to ram, then dropped it. So he's going to get 2 depth charges. Wait, so he said 2 and 2?
Yes.
Yeah.
So they got noisy equipment detection and hull leak, which is sink over time. Let me remind myself what noisy means. Oh, so it rocked his engine's making a loud noise, so it's easier to hear him. And then he's got a hull leak, so he's just going to slowly sink and fill with water.
Is that repairable?
We can roll to see if it was repairable, but we'll put the fear of God into him right now. And then let's roll to see if they flood the thing. So we'll get 50-50 odds. No, we'll do... So if it's 1 or 2, it explodes. Which is pretty significant. Oh, it's a one.
Oh,
That's so hard.
Oh, no. Oh no.
All right, but he did well. Okay, so big explosion.
Oh, that doesn't make it better.
That sucks, but it's kind of fun. And then we'll have
No.
all these depth charges here. All right, and then he was coming that way, but he would be off a little bit. And then what's Otto doing?
So he's at depth 2. He's coming to periscope depth. He will complete reloading his second tube, and that's it. So
Okay, you got all that. And then we got more torpedoes. So he was shooting over here. Where's the torpedo? So I need. So it is going to the side. D12. So we got 2. One 7 and a 2. So 1 misses, 1 hits critical. Torpedo damage. 1. Oh, is that a miss? Oh, no damage. It's a dud. Wait,
that's
I'm reading the wrong thing. This is torpedo damage. Oh, I forgot where my table is. All right, it's a dud torpedo. That happens. All right, and then let's talk detection. So
I think he's got one more shot because he fired one at the He fired 3 of his 4.
oh yeah, we didn't do. So now he's. Oh, he took the damage.
So it was at this guy,
Yeah,
this
yeah,
guy,
All
this
right.
guy.
So he's doing, and it's a side shot. So he's got 3. Sorry, that was Marshall shooting. That wasn't him.
Oh, okay, okay.
Lots of torpedoes coming in. So. Lost my thing. So. That's a sink, and a critical hit. Which is a 5. Torpedo. Wait, why is it not? That's a miss. Oh, I forgot that. That's a D12. No, we're fine. Okay, D12. So 1 miss, 2 sinks. So you can pick what ship you want, I guess. Maybe the first and third. Oh, you did that one already. Okay, we're good. Alright, so he did hit 2 ships which are sinking now. His sub is noisy and also filling with water. And Anakazan explodes.
Can I share my screen next turn? Because I don't know how I'm going to capture this on the screen.
Yeah, if you want to. Especially if he's exploding, it's gonna.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks cool.
Alright, so there's that. So we'll do screens. We're done. We can do screenshots. 0306. So I gotta get the subs out of here. Oh, where did... Oh yeah, Lancer left it. I guess it doesn't matter. That's a bit of a crazy screenshot.
So Anakazan exploded.
Oh, yeah. Should we pull him out of...
Well, you can show his ship exploding this turn, and then we'll pull him out.
Okay.
Oh, I did the wrong one, dang.
Someone else's fun. I'm going to go talk to Art.
Okay.
Also, what happened to the sub that he tried to depth charge?
Well, he wouldn't. So he did hit him, but he wouldn't know that. So.
How did he explode? Sorry, I wasn't.
So the torpedo that hit him the turn before hit a magazine department where all the ammunition was, and so it caught fire and exploded and blew up the whole ship.
I see. All right.
All right. A lot happened in the last 6 minutes. So you power north with the convoy now to the right of you, still going east. You are about to go for the sub, but you see Anakazan is doing the same, and so in order to not hit him, you have to pull left a little bit. You do see that he's released depth charges. You also see the streaks of white of torpedoes in the water, which seems to have struck 2 of the nearby cargo ships. And then a moment later, there's a giant explosion, and Anakazan's ship is ripped in 2 and immediately starts to sink.
We don't know if they.
Your,
Sorry, go ahead.
your hydrophone can pick up. It's actually in your screenshot, but the sub is very close to you, due east, heading southeast, and their engine has gotten markedly noisy.
Interesting. We're gonna head east then and attack them.
Okay. So you're dropping depth charges?
Yep.
At what depth? And how many?
So do we know what depth they're at now?
You can see their periscope, actually.
Okay. In that case, we're going to set them at. Go down. What is the quote unquote range of depth charges? Can they damage people a depth above or below?
So there's the 5 depth levels. You have to say what depth level you want them to target, and it only does damage in that depth level.
Just that level. Okay. In that case, we're going to do periscope level.
All periscope.
And we're going to do all. Yeah, we're going to do 4.
Okay. Got it. All right. Thank you. All right, Captain Daniels, you are flying northeast. You almost reached the head of the convoy. You can see in the distance, it looks like Lancer is doing the same from the other direction. But there's a lot of action at the tail end of the convoy. You see several fires and explosions and splashes in the water. It looks like a few more convoys were hit.
Is that a sub off on the other side of the convoy?
Let me see your screenshot. Not that you would see.
Okay, so then I would like to continue my course. Try and maneuver to the head of the convoy. If I see any subs or sub sign, I would like to open fire on it with the deck guns, even if it's just a periscope sticking out, just to disrupt it, and then move to depth charge. And I think that's it. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Oh, I gotta put you back. Alright. Oh, I didn't give you a screenshot, did I?
I got a screenshot on the last turn.
Yeah, but not this one, because I failed you. I have failed you, Anakin.
You can make up for it by giving me a couple ships.
Couple of ships. I don't know about that. Alright, you get a pretty exciting screenshot.
Why is there water up to my neck in the screenshot?
Alright, so you fire both torpedoes.
Yep.
It's pretty far distance, about 5 miles away. And unfortunately, it doesn't look like they hit. But you do see several cargo ships catch a flame towards the rear. Looks like something more is going on there. And you soon after see a large explosion. You're not sure who exploded exactly, but some ship just exploded. And that's about
Have
it.
I closed the distance to the convoy?
You. They're moving away faster than you're moving towards them. So you're
So
slowly losing distance.
what's their speed?
So they're going 6 knots,
Or what's my speed?
and you're going. Oh, I guess you're going 7, huh? Okay, never mind. You're kind of keeping up with them.
Okay, so what am I?
No.
Probably 4 miles now, or what?
I lied.
Are
Sorry.
they heading?
They're going
Are they
3
heading?
square. They're going 12 knots. You're going 7, and they're heading due east still.
Okay, they're heading due east. So are they out ahead of me, to the north of me, or are they still to the west of me, relative?
So they are northeast of you. So that screenshot I gave you is looking northeast.
Okay.
So you're heading. Well, you're facing northeast now.
Yeah,
And they're heading east.
they're heading east.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, I'm not too clear now on what the orientation is because either I have to retire from the fight unless I have a shot. Am I any closer? Am I still at what's range to the closest ship?
The closest ship is 10 or 5 miles away. So you are still in range.
Yeah, but still. Okay, let's fire 2 torpedoes. Reload tube 2. So we'll fire tubes 3 and 4. Reload tube 2. Then we will surface and we will accelerate to it'd be 14 or 16 knots, I reckon.
Yeah. Your max surface speed, 16 knots.
Yeah, and we're going to head east northeast. However, if we're illuminated by star shells or fired upon, we're going to crash dive and head south and retire from the fight.
Got it.
Real simple orders. Otherwise, at the end of that run, we'll fire tubes 1 and 2 again.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Guy.
What? You beat me this time?
I know, right? What a concept.
Well, I guess if you kill off all your people, it makes it easier.
Hey, my people aren't dead.
Oh yeah, if you trap them. Okay. So Anakazan's blown up. He's gone. He's going. Oh, he went that way. Is he firing more? What's he doing? Sorry.
He's going to depth 3.
Okay, depth 3. And then those are burning out, dying. What's Lancer doing? He's still pulling ahead of the convoy. Desar?
Oh, sorry. Lancer. No, he's going to the back of the convoy, full speed, trying to get to the damaged convoys and placing himself between them and between the supposed enemy. So he would get he would get hit instead of them. So honorable.
Oh, okay. I just realized I deleted Schultz, so he's up here somewhere still. What's Otto doing? Did you move him?
I did.
Okay.
He's taking 2 bow shots.
Oh, okay. Alright.
Those might be the wrong 2. Those might be the wrong 2 because you moved the boats and
Yeah, okay.
Whichever 2 he can fire at, he wants to fire at. There were 4 ahead of him that were far enough away.
Alright, so here's a question. Kermit's doing all his shots. He wanted them at periscope depth, which is where U-303 was, but he's going down 2. So would he get him before... We'll say it's half. 2 depth charges. So nothing and sunk. Oh, okay.
James, would you mind killing him?
You want me to tell him?
I want you to tell him.
Okay.
Usually I got this. I want you to tell him.
All right.
He wants to go down beneath the thermocline layer at 300 feet, which makes sense. That's what you should do in like a Los Angeles class. So
He can't go
not
below
the fucking
200.
U-boat.
Okay, I'll tell him. All right. Then we're doing 2 torpedoes here, kind of from behind. So
Yeah, but they were like at super short range. Like
Okay.
they're just barely gonna arm.
Did he? I guess he ordered one sunken. All right, we'll see. Oh, wait, critical. All right, so he's hitting. Struck another ship. And then Marshall's shooting, and he might accidentally hit Otto. This is fun. We'll
Oh
give
no!
50-50 odds. It's probably not that high. We'll do it for fun. All right, 4, 5, or 6. He hits Otto. Oh, he hits him. Yeah. All right.
That's just dead. A U-boat can't take a torpedo hit in any scenario at any depth from any angle.
Okay. Well, lots of death then. That stinks. We might have to end the game here. It's probably about done. That is about the game.
Yeah.
All right, and then the other one that he's doing is this? Sorry, is that torpedo? Yeah. All right, that's a miss. All right, which makes sense.
Schultz is gonna live.
Yeah, unless they went hunting for him again, but yeah, he can I
Oh.
guess surface and repair and then sneak away.
Yeah. Marshall's gonna live.
Yeah, Marshall will live. So let's I think that's a callable point. I think Marshall would go away at that point.
Yeah, I don't think it's interesting to play out because Schultz is combat ineffective. Marshall's probably going to spend most of the game reloading.
Yeah. Well, he just fired. So let's see.
Oh, were those his first shots?
No,
Thought he shot
he'd fired 4 now. So.
Okay.
And
So
then,
yeah,
And then what was that? Oh, I don't know. Okay, that's a good stopping point. Let's bring everyone to the lobby. Oops, not the lobby. There we go.
Something must have happened.
Oh,
Ah,
Something did
oh,
happen.
well, that.
I just launched torpedoes. I don't know what happened.
things happen. All things happen.
I had so much game impact, guys. It was so fun, man. All these torpedoes fired and all these convoys sunk. Man, best game I've ever had.
that was the plan.
All right, let me give an overview. Let me share my screen. First of all,
Is there a TTS we can see?
I'll share my screen so you can see.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
All right.
Hi.
So I don't. Oh, that's really big. We'll show over here first. Sorry. So we had a umpire map and then the pretty map for screenshots. So let me just clean this up real fast. So the convoy had an interesting formation. So they had their ships were going in a line like this, and they opted to have the destroyers. One here and one here, and the same on the opposite side, which I think was one of the mistakes of the Allies. Is they should have had someone out in front, because as we saw in the game, which I'll get into, they weren't able to detect the U-boat that was directly in front, and therefore Silent Auto got a lot of free hits basically. So that was their formation. The U-boats were spaced 10 squares apart, and they didn't know exactly where the convoy was going to end up. So I think we had one U-boat up here, one here, something like that. The 4 U-boats were just evenly spaced, waiting for it to come. So early on, this destroyer, so Anna Kazan and Schultz, if I'm saying that right, I'm probably saying it wrong.
That is correct.
They both found each other fairly early on and were dueling. And Anna Kazan, is that Anna Kazan up there? Yeah. Anna Kazan managed to hit Schultz with depth charges. It destroyed, or did destroy it, jammed his dive planes downward because he hit him as he was diving. And so, but Schultz isn't dead. He had to stop moving so he didn't descend further. And he's basically biding his time. But once the fleet leaves, he can surface and then make some repairs. So he will survive. But unfortunately, he was disabled mid-game. So that was a good score for Anna Kazan. Marshall over here in the bottom basically snuck down between these two undetected. He did descend for a little bit and had his periscope down, so he wouldn't have been found anyway, and then basically stayed out of hydrophone range, and then surfaced again kind of behind the screen and then started launching torpedoes from the rear. Unfortunately, his first 2 volleys, one of them missed and one was a dud, so it did hit but didn't explode. And then on the second volley, one was a miss and one hit ARP, and so Silent Auto was destroyed by Marshall's torpedo.
Excellent.
At the very
All
end.
right, I got a kill.
So Marshall got a kill.
I knew this was going to happen.
Wow, that's fantastic. Allied MVP.
ARP, as I mentioned, so
Yeah.
he came in from the front. He had a free shot, so he took out one ship pretty early on, and then went down and was basically hiding in the middle of the convoy for most of the game. And then at the very end, he popped up. He took out another cargo ship, and then he got destroyed by Marshall. So pretty good game with an unlucky hit at the end, being right in the line of fire. The other one I'm missing. So U-303 came in this way and then down. And then by the end of it, he was kind of at the back tail end of the convoy, but he had Anna Kazan and... Oh, sorry, I'm forgetting names. Kermit ended up there. Lancer ended up there, yeah. Lancer was the main one. So Lancer came down, tried to ram him and missed, and then dropped depth charges. But as he was coming at him, U-303 fired 2 torpedoes from his stern. That's the rear, right? From the stern. One of them managed to hit, and it hit a magazine section. And we rolled to see if they could flood it in time before the flames caught the ammo and exploded, and it did not. And so the following turn, Anna Kazan's ship exploded.
Schultz up there in the north kind of got dealt a bum hand when he got crippling damage, taking him essentially out of the game. But he did the right thing and stayed at the right depth and didn't try to do the last-minute bayonet charge with the Kriegsspieler, and kept Lancer out of the fight for one more turn. So well done. And then U-303 went on a death ride, and it went how you expect. I want to apologize to the escort that he shot in the face with the stern tube. He rolled a 12 on a D12, and that's how it goes. I had fun.
Thank you. Desar?
Yeah, it was a very interesting game, a new type of game. I basically came in 5 minutes before the game. I did not know any of the rules. I probably know less than everyone else, but so I'm so sorry for the people I umpired for. But overall, I think, yeah, it was a nice game. I love the melee between the 2 players I umpired for. All of them tried to ram their ships into the enemy subs. It was an interesting strategy, but I guess it worked out for half of them.
Thank you. All right, let's go down the players in no particular order, just top to bottom. So, Captain Daniels.
Yeah, it was a very unique game, obviously. I thought that the submarine warfare adds a really unique element of having to plan ahead even more than you would normally. And I honestly didn't see a lot of action, so I feel like I'm not in a good place to make criticism. So I would just move along.
All right. Yeah, you had the equivalent of marching simulator or
Sailing
paddling
simulator.
swimming simulator.
Mhm.
This one. All right, Marshall.
I will live in Montana, and I will marry a round American woman and raise rabbits, and she will cook them for me. And I will have a pickup truck and maybe even a recreational vehicle and drive from state to state. Do they let you do that in America?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah,
No papers?
You just got to tell them you sunk a
No
U-boat,
papers.
and they'll let you in.
Yeah, well, there you go. I'm thinking I'm the only one who's survived to tell the tale on my side. And as you know, the winners write the history. I'm just upset there's an essay at the end of it. But I tried to play it like it was the real thing. So I played very conservative and cautious. I did not use my radio. I don't think at periscope depth you would have been able to send or receive radio transmissions anyway. I'm surprised that my hydrophone didn't seem to work too great, but at the same time, I was able to, get 4 shots off, which was more than I expected I would get. I'm surprised I got a dud. I can't believe I hit ARP. Sorry, bro, my bad. But really, I had no control over that. He probably should have moved. And so I'm going to go back and claim my Iron Cross. And I think it was a really fun game. Ran within 2 hours, so it was a great little Kriegsspiel treat for me. It was very cleverly run and well put together, and I enjoyed the 3D experience too. So I'm pretty happy with it. Thank you.
Thanks, Marshall. All right, Captain Schultz.
Hi. So I made it, despite me thinking that I would die. I made it. I had a subtle amount of game impact. I guess I managed to distract the destroyer. It was pretty nice. I honestly thought that when the depth charge actually started blowing around me, I was like, "That's it, game over, game impact over." But turns out, surprise! Next turn, I was told, "Oh, you're alive," and I was like, "Might as well just stick to the silent and just hopefully survive. And hopefully they're not dropping more depth charge." And lo and behold, my distraction, that was kind of an accident because I went towards a destroyer instead of going towards the convoy. By my own fault, not by an umpire's fault. I decided this for myself. My distraction worked in a way, but not as well as I expected it. I want to. Anyway, I'll survive the war probably. I don't know, maybe get across some medal. I don't know, maybe I'll get arrested because I didn't kill anything. But I don't have to tell anybody that, right? But yeah, pretty good. I did not expect people to die around me that much. The one more thing that I seem to not get an handle on in Kriegsspiel is how speed works. I have no idea how stuff moves every time. It's not the first game where I'm like, oh yeah, so you move at this many miles an hour and this takes these squares, and I'm like, what are miles an hour? I can't understand how speed works. And I'm told the destroyer is like that way northwest at like 5 squares or something. I'm like, oh man, I wonder how fast he's going. Lo and behold, he's on top of me, so I'm like, I don't know how speed works. So yeah. Anyway, I had a good game because I managed to live, and I do get a part of the bottle of schnapps because I did bet that U303 would get the most kills and that I would survive. So,
Right.
Actually, you don't get the schnapps because I'm the one who sinks 5 ships with 4 torpedoes.
5 ships. You still.
He's rewriting history already.
Yeah. Who's going to argue with me?
I don't know.
The Allied reports.
Well, the Allied reports are propaganda, but whatever.
Sure.
All right.
Propaganda versus propaganda.
Yeah,
I
Mrs.
thought
Silent
you were-
Otto might be asking some pointed questions.
Well, I'll maybe I won't get the whole bottle of Stas, but maybe I'll get a tiny cup. I don't know. Anyway, congratulations. Thanks.
Okay, Lancer.
Yeah. So I didn't really do that much. My whole time I was just kind of out on the left wing of the convoy. But I did enjoy it. It was very hectic, and like trying to figure out what's going on, where I need to be, was very interesting.
Did you like the shared channel, the radio channel, or basically the shared voice channel the whole time?
I did. That was it was interesting to say the least, because sometimes the umpire would be ready to take my orders, and I would be like, hold on a second. I kind of want to know what everybody else is going through at the minute, and then come back to you. But other than that, yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, good. Captain Piers. Kermit.
I don't know why Lancer says he didn't do anything when he basically crippled a submarine on like turn 3. I will say, I do have to completely agree with James in that my original deployment strategy was flawed. I was not expecting an attack straight from the east, from the convoy direction. I thought it would be coming more from at an angle. So that's why I kind of had that defense in depth type structure. Mm-hmm. So my overall strategy was we don't need to kill U-boats. They're going to be sneaky. They're going to be hard to find. We're not going to get many chances to attack them. So what we're going to do is we're just going to try and pin them down and make them fall behind the convoy and then win that way. So the fact that they immediately ended up inside the convoy was a bit of a problem. But I think my team did very well in responding to that. We did significantly more U-boat damage than I was expecting. I wasn't even expecting a single U-boat kill. And so for the Battle of the Atlantic at this time period, killing 2 U-boats, thanks Marshall for the help, and crippling another one is worth it.
All right. Silent Auto.
Well, yeah.
I don't know if he can speak. Can we hear him? Is what 6 miles down? Blah, 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 blah.
I did not expect
calling from
that
Davy Jones'
right.
locker. Yeah, I'm sending letters of complaint to the Kriegsmarine about one of my fellow captains. It was a good game. Enjoyed it. Interesting, different experience. For me, the fleet came straight at me, so it was, and a bit like Dietrich said, it actually came on a lot quicker than I expected. So I took some pot shots and hit something, and then I just thought, actually, as I did, I just thought they're going to come over me, so I might as well try and get into the middle of the convoy and just take some shots from there. So I managed to hide really from everybody apart from one person who found me unexpectedly. Very well done for them. Yeah, good game. Thanks a lot, and thanks. And McPansy, yeah, you did really well considering it was the first time doing it as well. Even though you had some difficulties, but you did all right.
All right, thank you. You 3 or 3.
Well, Otto, remember next time you're under the convoy, you have to be lower than periscope depth, or Marshall will accidentally.
Yeah, I was for a while, but I forgot that Marshall was about, so I came up.
What's the odds?
Well, it sounds like it started out. I expected that you wouldn't drag out the opening so that we pretty much saw the convoy right off. So, but yeah, my problem was that I was trying to fire from both ends of the ship, and I was not permitted. So, but if I had been, I would have been much further away from where I was when I got sunk. That's really the only observation I have to offer, because the guy who got me, apparently I didn't see him coming. But and I thought I told him when when I wanted to dive, take it to the bottom, meant that I would go down 2 levels, but apparently I didn't.
Well, he got you on the
went
way
like
down.
16, but he got you when you were at depth 3. Yeah. It was the guy on the other side of the double line from that last screenshot.
That was probably me.
But wouldn't he have had to charge straight through the middle of the convoy to get over to where I was?
I had to wait for them to pass.
Okay, well, yeah, I'm not sure how the order of movement worked anyway, but I think it was a good effort at doing a naval action like this. And if the Allies had had their radar, it really would have been over much more quickly.
Yep.
Yeah, again, I still have like no idea how speed works. I will never have an handle on speed. It's never gonna happen.
I thought of it in 1942 instead of 1943 if you want it to be more balanced.
God, we'd have like 10 U-boats on this thing.
I immediately asked James when the game was starting, and not when the game, like when we, as soon as we got our info, I was immediately asking him like, what tools do we have? And he was like, nothing. I was like, here we go.
Right, I'm going to go, folks.
No
'cause
squid
I've got to go
mortars,
to
no
bed. It's
parties.
early here, so thanks for the game,
Yeah, good
everyone,
night.
and I'll catch you next time.
Goodbye.
Thank you, everyone. Sorry about that errant torpedo, Otto.
Don't be sorry.
No
Okay.
problem. It was a
I'll
pleasure.
find you when the war's over, Marshall.
I'll be in Montana.
Be in Canada.
Did the Allies try to figure out the intercepted radio chatter at all?
We
Oh, yeah.
had